Hello everybody, it's me Heather and I have a haul, swatch video, review video for you today. And as you can already see by the title, this is the Pat McGrath Labs Metalmorphosis 005 Everything Kit. I am a sucker for metallics. The moment I heard about this kit, I was like, I have to get this because I know it is going to sell out. So it's a 10-piece collection. It comes with 4 pigments, 4 cream bases. It comes with a transforming liquid as well as a black dual-ended marker. So I'm just going to go ahead and bust this open. Haven't opened it at all yet. And I'm going to make sure I don't hurt anything if I cut this open, okay? And I've actually got a box in my lap to catch all the confetti. So let's just dump it right on. Woo! Okay. I lost a little bit in my lap, but not much. I did pretty good. It could have been a lot more messier. So everything's in here. Let me dig it out for you and see what we got. I'll be right back. Now that I have everything out and arranged, I'm going to go ahead and just show you what comes in the everything kit really quick, and then I'm going to swatch everything. I'm going to do combinations of everything. I'm going to use everything, and it's going to be fun. So first off, like I said, it comes with gold, silver, bronze, and copper. So you got 4 pigments, you got 4 creams. We have the mixing liquid and we have the double-ended marker. So let's start with the pigments. This is Gold 001. Gold 001, and I'll do swatches in a moment. Just want to introduce everything really quick. This is Silver 005. This is a pigment, Silver 005. This is Bronze 005. Oh, yes. Bronze 005. And next we have Copper 005. Make sure I'm getting these right. Yes. And that's copper. So the difference between bronze and copper, just in case you can't tell at first glance, it might be a little hard to see if you're not seeing it in person, is that copper is more golden based, more yellow based, and excuse me, I said that wrong. Bronze. Bronze is more yellow based, copper is more red based. So it may be hard to see, but we'll see when we swatch. You'll be able to see the difference a little better, I think. I think those two are actually kind of close in color. And now we have the creams. So here is Gold 005, and that's a cream. This is Silver 005. So you can use these by themselves or you can layer them with the pigments. The next one we have, this is the Bronze 005, and this is the cream, and you can definitely see it's got that more golden tone to it, whereas the copper cream has a more red tone to it. And it's easier to see that in person. There you go. So this is copper and this is bronze. So there you go. You'll be able to see them better in a moment. Okay, and then you also get the double-ended marker. So Patman says right on there, one side says, if you can see it, one side says bold and the other side says precise. Sorry, I just won't be able to zoom in because of that, but here you go. You can see this is the chisel side. And that actually looks really good. Look how precise that can be, the chisel. So they call that the bold side. And this is the precise side, which is, oh wow, I love that. Oh, that's really cool. And that's a very fine point. Ooh, I like that. That's going to be cool. And then we also have the Mayron mixing liquid. So you are able to buy a larger size of this for, I think, $10 probably on Amazon. So if you like the whole mixing liquid concept and you run out, you will be able to replenish this. Mayron is its own separate company, so you don't have to wait for Pat McGrath to release another collection. You can always repurchase this. Okay, let's start. I'm going to do swatches on my arm as well as on my lids and on my lips. So let me remove my eye makeup and we'll get right into it. Okay, I've removed my eye makeup except for my eyebrows, because come on, need some eyebrows. So I'm going to start with Gold 001, the pigment. I'm going to apply this on one lid. Then I'm going to take the gold cream, apply that on the other lid. Then I'm going to take the gold cream, apply it on my lip, and then I'm going to tap the gold pigment on top of the lip, and then I'm going to mix the pigment with the mixing liquid, and I'll swatch that on my arm. So yes, I had to write all this down to remember the order that I'm doing this in. So I'm going to do this first with the gold, and then I'll go through each shade. So here we go. So this is the pigment, just swatching it on your finger. Oh my God, look at that. Oh, it's got a very fine, glittery texture, but it's not like glitter, but it's got a chunky texture to it, but not unpleasantly chunky. And oh my God, that looks amazing. Oh my God, that is like, it's like liquid pigment in powder form. Oh my God, this is amaze balls. Can you guys see that? Oh, this is awesome. Wow. Just wow. Oh my God, I love it. Oh God, we're just getting started. We haven't even really done anything yet. Oh my God, this is woohoo. This is fun. Okay, I'm experiencing a little bit of fallout glitter style, so keep that in mind. You might want to do your foundation and the rest of your face makeup last if you're playing with these. Okay, so that was just the that was just the powder, the pigment powder. Let's go ahead and move on to the gold cream. So this is gold 005, and this is the cream, and I'll swatch this, or actually I should probably use a different finger so I can really get in there. Oh wow, this feels like butter. It's really smooth. There it is on the finger. Okay, going to apply that to the lid. Okay, this applies really sheer, but in a nice pretty way. And I'm applying all these without any kind of primer. So you can see this is more subtle, and you also don't deal with fallout. That's really pretty. So if you want more bam, go for the pigment. If you want more subtle, then just go for the cream. Oh wow, this is really pretty, guys. Oh, that's really pretty too, though. Oh, I am loving this so far, and this is only the first shade. Oh, now I originally wanted to get the everything kit, and as you can see, I was lucky enough to do that. But in my mind, I was like, if I don't get the everything kit, then I'll buy the gold kit, and I can see I would have been very happy with it. Okay, whoops, I actually have some lip gloss on, so let me get that off really quick. There we go. That was classy. Okay, so I'm going to apply the pigment, or excuse me, I'm going to apply the cream to my lips, and I'm going to layer it with the pigment. This pigment may be a little sheerer than what people were expecting, but the formulation on this is absolutely gorgeous. It's really like, it feels like butter on the finger, and it is feather light. The texture is feather light. Okay, so now I'm going to take the pigment and I'm just going to tap that on. So let's take a different finger here. Take that one. I'm just going to tap it on. Ooh. This is really awesome, guys. Very avant-garde. I love it. Okay, so I'm going to apply the pigment and the transforming liquid, and I'm going to swatch that on my arm, but there is a trick to that. So I'm taking just a non-porous surface. This is actually my little Ellis Foss powder case, but you can use obviously a little metal tray or any kind of makeup, you know, tray that you have, any kind of flat surface. You can use a dinner plate, anything. So I'm just going to go ahead and use this. And what you need to do is, you'll probably want to take a dropper. I have here a pipette. So my mother makes liquid soaps for a hobby, so she always has like ingredients and stuff, and she has little things like this. So I was able to get this from her for this. Okay, this is nicely sealed. I appreciate that. So you just want to take a drop. There we go. So I got a bunch of it, but I'm only just going to use a drop at a time. Woohoo, glad I have this. Comes in handy. You could try pouring it out onto the surface, but if you do that, you're probably going to have too much come out. So I'm going to just keep that off to the side here for a second. Okay, you're going to need a spatula. You can use a butter knife, a makeup knife. You know, makeup spatula is what I have. You can use a palette knife if you deal with paints and stuff. You can use a butter knife, just something like that. And I know this is hard for some of you to deal with, but to get the next effect, you have to take your pigment and you have to scrape a little off onto the flat surface. So I'm just going to go on the edge here and scrape a little off. There we go. That's probably more than enough. So I don't know if you can see, I made a little dent there to scrape off the product. And whoops, if I don't drop it, that would be really cool. And then just to show you how much I scraped off, then you're going to take just one drop. So if you have a dropper, or as I have today, a pipette, literally just one drop. So let me get, okay, maybe a little bit more than that. There we go. One drop. And I'm actually going to take, there we go, I'm going to take an eyeshadow brush now. We'll just put that right there. And I'm going to mix that together. And actually I could put more, because if you put too much of it, you have to use more product to balance it out. So we'll put just one more drop, and that'll probably do it. Okay, seriously, I'm being too conservative with my drops, evidently. Okay. So as you can see, it's going to take a little practice to get the right combination that you want. Okay, we can definitely do better than that. Let's make this happen. I'm not going to be scared anymore. I'm really going to go for it. Liquid gold. So as you see, you need to play with that to get the consistency that you want. I was being conservative because I thought it would get messy really fast, but obviously not too bad. So I'm just going to clean off my little mixing tray, and then we'll move on to silver 005. Okay, now let's do silver 005, starting with the pigment on my lid. I'll swatch it for you guys. Again, this is just wow. And there are lots of things you can do with these. I'm just showing it to you guys this way as one option. Next, I'll do the cream silver 005 on my other lid. Oh man, I really love the formulation of these creams. They just feel so smooth. on your finger, and then they're so lightweight on your skin. Oh, I love this. Okay, on the lip, putting the cream on the lip. Again, this feels really nice and lightweight on the lip, not drying at all. And I'm just going to top it with the pigment because I'm just doing this so you guys can get ideas, just so you can see the colors. You could always use different pigments with each other, of course. You don't have to use silver with silver. You could top the gold with silver, etc. Okay, let's do the mixing liquid. I've gotten over my learning curve on that, so I know not to be so conservative with the scraping or with the liquid, so I'm just going to scrape some off onto this. So just to let you guys know, once the mixing liquid dries down, it's waterproof. Okay, let me remove this and we'll move on to bronze. Bronze 005. This is the pigment. Gorgeous. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and do the copper 005 right next to it on my finger, just so you guys can see the difference, because I know it's kind of hard to see the difference when you look at the pan. So this is bronze, and I'm just refreshing it. Bronze. There is quite a bit of fallout. It does have a bunch of glitter fallout. Awesome. Just got it on my nose. Awesome. Okay. And this is copper 005. Yeah, you can definitely see the difference. Okay. So this is bronze and this is copper. Again, you just might have to see it in person to see the difference. I can see the difference in person. On camera, I'm having trouble telling the difference. This is bronze and this is copper. Let me try to see if I can get a different angle. Bronze, copper. Hey, I tried, okay? Okay, so let's go ahead and we'll continue with bronze. So I have bronze pigment on my lid. On my other lid, we'll put the bronze. Give me a second. Put the bronze cream. I'm actually impressed that each of the little cream compacts comes with a mirror. That's actually a nice touch. Bronze cream. And now let's top it with bronze pigment. Now let's do it with the mixing liquid. Just wow, look at this. Oh, this is amazing. Oh, oh wow. Look at that. Liquid metals on my arm. So amazing. Oh, okay. Let's do, oh, I wanted to do that really quick. I wanted to swatch the pigments for you. I wanted to do the gold one, so gold, and I wanted to do copper right next to each other. So this is the copper, or excuse me, this is the bronze cream, and I wanted to do the copper cream right next to it. So there's the copper. I haven't even swatched it yet, but I wanted to do that cream right next to each other. So in case you're torn between bronze and copper, hopefully this will help. But I can see the difference in person. On my camera in this video, you might not be able to tell the difference. So trying to find a way that you guys can see it better. So this is bronze and this is copper. So this might be messing with some people's color perception. It's messing with mine. Okay, let's go ahead and take this off my face and we will do the last set, which is copper. The fourth and final shade in the collection is copper. Here is the pigment. Copper cream. I'm going to apply it to my lips. And now I'm going to top it with the copper pigment. Okay, the only final item we have is the double-ended marker. So this is the precise side, and I'll just actually draw it. Should I draw it below or above? Let's do below. So that's the precise side, and this is the bold side. So it has the chisel tip, so that's just using the fine point. And here's the bold edge. And I'll probably be using this every day since I love eyeliner. But yeah, pretty awesome, huh? I really enjoyed playing with this and swatching everything. I really like the formulation. This is definitely not going to be everybody's cup of tea. For example, the pigments do cause a lot of fallout, even if you just use your finger to swipe it. I do like that you can easily apply the pigments just using your fingers, but of course you can use brushes. If you want to really get the extreme pigmentation like this, you do have to use the mixing liquid with the pigment. If you just try to dip your brush into the liquid and then dip it into the pigment, you're going to get a very sheer watercolor effect. So if you really want to get that full opaque look like this, the full opaque waterproof look once this dries, and yeah, now that's dry, I can just touch it, pretty cool. You do have to scrape off a bit of product and then mix the mixing liquid in. So I know a lot of people don't really want to scrape into their makeup like that, but that's kind of a makeup artistry trade trick that if you want to get that pigmentation, that's what you do. You can do this with actually a lot of pigments. All you need is a good mixing liquid. The Mayron one is excellent for transforming like that, and once it dries and sets, it is waterproof and very long wearing, which is really cool. So, and like I said, lots of fallout though on the pigment, but I love the texture. I love the overall color. My face has like tons of glitter everywhere right now. So the cream I also really like. Again, this is probably going to be a lot different than what a lot of people expected. It does apply very sheer. It has a very smooth, buttery texture that I absolutely loved. And when you apply it, it's ridiculously comfortably lightweight. I love it. It's just, I think it's a great formulation. Again, the color may be a little bit more sheer than what people want. You can try to layer it up to see if you can build up the color. Also, you can just top it with a corresponding pigment, or you can even mix it up and try putting layering a different pigment on top. The way I've obviously worn everything is not the way you have to use any of these. This was just to give you guys some ideas, pigments on the lids, creams on the lids, cream and pigment on the lips. Or of course, if I had had more time, I would have liked to have actually done this, the pigment with the mixing liquid on the lips. And that's probably going to be pretty long wearing, and it's going to be waterproof. So I would love to do like a eat and drink test on that, but I'll leave that guy up to you guys. So I have what they call the everything kit. Comes with all 4 pigments, all 4 creams. It comes with the double-ended marker, as well as a little bottle of mixing liquid from Mayron. The entire everything kit costs $165. If you find that you only like one of the shades, say you want what they call the silver kit, you'll be able to get the silver pigment, the silver cream, the double-ended marker, as well as the Mayron mixing liquid will all come in a kit for $60. So they're doing that with each shade. However, if you want to get more than one shade, if you want to get at least 2 of them, I would say spring for the everything kit because it's just a better buy. This is already sold out on Pat McGrath's website, which is where I've got mine, but it is available at Sephora starting September. Woo, excuse me, I'm in the past. November. Starting November 22nd, it's going to be available on Sephora. If you want this, don't hesitate. It will sell out. Because first off, this is an amazing set. And second of all, because Pat McGrath is not joking when she says that her items are in limited quantities. She doesn't say something's limited edition and then make 5 million of it. She makes like 1,000. And if you have 1 million people following you on Instagram and you only make 1,000 of an item, it's going to sell out. Smart woman. I like the way she does business. Okay, go ahead and let me know if you guys have any questions or comments. Just leave them down below and I'll get back to you. If any of you got any of these from Pat McGrath's site, or if you pick up any of these from Sephora, it'll be available online and in-store November 22nd. I'd love to hear from you. Let me know what colors you got and what you think of it and how you're using them. Are you using them just to collect? Are you using exclusively the pigment with the mixing liquid on your lips? How are you using it? I'd love to hear your ideas. Go ahead and follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Heatheryn King. If you're not a subscriber, go ahead and subscribe. That way, next time I upload a video, I'll pop up in your subscription feed. And that's it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.